Gentlemen, thank you so much for doing this interview with me. Of course, we're at the Hilton Toronto, and the reason why we're here is because something really important that you co-created is happening. Look, from the day you and I met, man, all I thought was, very talented young man, but I didn't realize the talent wasn't just through music, but it was in so many other things from motivation, schools, and now even something else that we've got here as we speak this weekend. What's going on?
Thank you, first of all. Second of all, the Northern Power Summit is going down, the fourth year that we're doing it. It's a music conference. We want to get people inspired. There's a lot of talented artists in the city, managers, entrepreneurs, but we also want to give them the tools because you can't just tell somebody, believe in your dream. You really want to have them leave saying, now I know how to get a little bit closer to my dream, so I'm glad that I can be part of that.
Why was it important for you? You kind of explained it though, but from what you've been through, somewhere along the line, you said, you know what, there was something I did not get, and having this conference, I'm going to make sure that other people get that I didn't actually have a chance to receive, and I had to go a different way to make things happen.
As a rapper, as an artist, I felt I had a lot of talent. My friends always told me I had a lot of talent, but then nobody could help me. I couldn't see managers that were helping me in urban music. There just didn't seem to exist. I go to music conferences and I'd be one of the only artists there back in the day, but I met Chuck D in France about 12 years ago, and he was like, the music game is going to change, and if you're an artist, you can be an entrepreneur yourself. But in Canada, there's not a lot of managers, there's not a lot of artists being entrepreneurs, and to even go to music conferences, you don't see a lot of people of color. And I wanted to give those tools to the next generation of artists so that maybe they can find it a little easier to navigate.
Now, I understand there's going to be a lot, and you're going to explain, of course, but I don't want to, wait too long because there's a certain gentleman sitting next to you. Let's say groundbreaker, Grammy winner, like so many different. Can you just give a little introduction to the legend next to you, please?
I met Wanz at the Grammys, and I just met some other artists who told me that they won Grammys or nominated Grammys, and this was just picking up our tickets. We're at the Grammy hotel, and I meet Wanz, and he told me he won a Grammy, and I'm like, wow, that's amazing. And I didn't recognize him at first, and then when I connected with him, he was just so humble with everything he was saying. And I think what humble also means is that he was accessible. And he just gave off this vibe of like, hey, brother, you can do it too. And then I watched his TED Talk, and I was blown away. I was in the middle of a studio session, so I only planned to watch it for a couple minutes and come back to it. But me and my friend, we couldn't look away. It was that captivating. And when I heard his story and when I heard his passion, I said, this is the perfect fit for Northern Power Summit because it just shows the dedication that it takes to be an artist and how it is a craft and how it is something you can live your life for. And this man is proof to sticking to it and staying driven.
Sir, when you're hearing these words, and knowing that you've influence so many people, not just in front of the microphone through music, but through the heart, through living, and finding dreams to make them come true. How does it feel being able to have that role?
It's been very interesting because Thrift Shop was nobody expected that, nobody, and I had kind of given up on the whole concept of me being in the game at all. Because I realized that there's no such thing as an old pop star. So when I gave up chasing, I've been chasing it for a long time. From a schoolyard in Alaska in 1967, all the way through choirs in Tacoma, Washington, and then Central Washington University. Moved to Seattle in '86 and had band after band after band after band. Watched my friends in Alice in Chains and Soundgarden and Mother Love Bone, who became Pearl Jam. I watched all the homies go, and it's like, well, what about me? What about me? I kept grinding and grinding until I got to that point. And that was like the most depressing thing ever. What do you do when you find out that you have to give up your dream? But then a friend of mine reminded me, it's like, dude, we do it for the love. We don't do it to be famous. And he was right. So I refocused and started making my own joints and, did my day job. One night I got a call. They're looking for a singer who sounds like Nate Dogg. And I said, oh, hold up. Hey. So yeah, it's like I go and I meet Ben and Ryan, and we had never seen each other before, and we chopped it up for like 15 minutes, and they showed me the words, and the first thing that came out of my mouth was, "I'm gonna pop some tags." Put me in the booth. 45 minutes later, they were cutting me a check, and it was done, and nobody thought anything of it, especially me.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about the TED Talk that he was talking about. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do. I was approached by a friend who he wanted to hear my story because, I'm unique in the sense that my break didn't come till I was 51 years old, and that was 6 years, so almost 7 years ago, right? So what it reminded me of is my first time to Paris, we had 3 sold-out dates, and I always went out. For every show, I went out and talked to the kids waiting in line because I thought it was amazing the level of dedication to this guy. I'd never seen anything like it. So I'm out there talking, and the second day we were there, and this girl asked me, "Do you believe in unicorns?" And at that very moment, I thought about how did I get here and how unlikely it was, and lightning in a bottle type thing. And I said, you know what? I guess I have to. I am one. And that's what led to just telling that story. I also related it, everybody have their own unique talent. Not everybody's going to be Drizzy. Not everybody's going to be Nate. Not everybody's going to be whoever you admire. They already fill them shoes, but nobody can fill your shoes. So what are you going to do with that? When I graduated high school, my sister gave me this book called Wings of Silver, and one little passage out of it has always stayed with me. The dictionary is the only place you'll find success before work. Which to me was powerful, but what kind of work? Are you digging a hole with a spoon, a shovel? You got a backhoe, right? How are you going to do it? Where are you going to do it? And that's another reason that I was very honored to be asked to come up here, because it's like I have a wealth of experience that a lot of people don't have. So you share that experience, people can take what they want and leave the rest for somebody else.
What else are we going to see other than this amazing gentleman here? What other things can we get from this that hopefully we can take away and be able to create our dreams with the summit?
I'm already just captivated hearing him say it.
Notice I had to try to slide out, because if I did it, I'd be here for another 3 hours.
I haven't got that much money, fellas. You got to stop.
The cool thing about Northern Power Summit is we're bringing things that I think, myself as an artist, are things that I think I wish I had learned, or during the pace of being an artist, what you want to hear. So with that said, it's about funding. The first panel for Northern Power Summit is about how to secure funding for yourself as an artist, because in Canada we get a lot of grants. Second, mental health and physical health, but just health as an artist, and how important that is, and keeping a balance. We like to be in another world as an artist, but bringing it back down. We're going to see a lot of showcases. We got artists flying in from all across Canada, from different parts of the United States. That's going to be great. Then we're going to talk about revenue streams, so what publishing means, what sync opportunities can mean, how you can expand on your streaming, what it means to tour nowadays, what is pay to play, and should you participate, and what can you do so that you can be an artist. And so we've got all those. We got speakers, we got Wanz, people who've been nominated, won Grammys, and just really cool people, I think, at the end of the day, that can mentor some artists and vibe with them and build that community.
How do we get involved? Where do we go to, sign up for this? What do we do? NorthernPowerSummit.com is hashtag Northern Power Summit or hashtag NPS19. Power Summit on Twitter and Instagram, but NorthernPowerSummit.com, you'll find out everything you need to know about the 4th annual Northern Power Summit. Sir, inspiring words before you go, very quickly?
I always have inspired. Very quickly.
Notice I said that very quickly.
I always have inspiring words. My pops used to say, there are a lot of things in this world I can do without. Information is not one of them.
There you go. Where do we go to get a hold of you, sir? Social media?
You can find me Twitter and Instagram at TEEWANZ, or visit my website, thewanz.com.
Gentlemen, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Thank you.